guys, and it has been a long time since I have done a video, but I am finally back. If I oppose, it's been a while since I've done a video, been a while since I dropped a video on the channel, and I gotta say, I will be dropping at least 3 new videos tonight on all this is about transit for real. So the reason why I changed the channel name is because we are now linking all of the transit systems that I've built together until they actually come into the world. And once they come into the world, we will officially put them on their own channel. So the last time I posted a video to this channel was 3 months ago, when we said goodbye to the East Baton Rouge Transportation System streetcar system. Yes, we are not bringing that back because of what I've told y'all in the video. And if I understand, y'all fully understood where I was coming from on that part. Yes, I am working on the Yellow Line ride for the East Baton Rouge Transportation System Authority, but I haven't been able to get to it. I will also be doing rides for Lincoln County Arizona Transit. Well, already done half of Arizona Transit. And I will also be doing rides for Mississippi Dale Pro Transit. All of our transit systems have different names now. You have East Baton Rouge Transportation System Authority, you have Lincoln County Transit Authority, and you have Mississippi Dale Transit Pro Authority, and you have Arizona Transit System Authority. East Baton Rouge Transportation System Authority is EBRTA. Lincoln County is LCTA. Mississippi Dale Transit is MDTPA, and Arizona Transit Authority is ATSA. So that's what the four symbols for those transit systems are. So today, speaking of today, we will be talking about the extension. So today we are talking about the west extension to Harrison Park. Now, the reason why this extension is happening is because we are trying to plan something big. Really, we are trying to bring Line 5 into the Patterson Hill area with Line 7. In the future, we will be planning on connecting Line 5 to Line 7, and then we will get rid of Line 7, and Line 5 will fully take over Line 7, which will become a 2-hour train ride because Line 5 has its own stations, plus it has to take Line 7 stations, which is connected with Line 6 all the way to Mississippi South. Now that plan has also failed, so we don't want to try doing it again. Luckily, I brought it up so you all would know that we are not trying to do it again. Now, the reason why we are doing this extension is because there is enough space in the area for us to do this extension. And the real fact is that we will be doing this station. We know that West Valhaven will be underground. Madal Ridge will also be underground, and Lake Harrison will be underground. So the only 2 stations that will be above ground is Pinewood Springs and Harrison Park. So with this extension, it is extending people further out to the west end. Really, that way we can passengers will have an easy walk from Patterson Hill to Harrison Park. This extension will open on September 13th, and we are very glad to welcome you to this extension. As this extension continues, we will make sure that all passengers will be able to have a safe journey on Line 5. The extension will open on September 13th, but with that being said, the line will not fully be run until September 15th because we will have to do some tests between West Valhaven and Harrison Park. So here are your new stations your stations you will now see on Line 5. You have Townbrook, Appleton, Twintown, Hayesville, West Hayesville, Yellowdale Avenue, Cottage Spring, Southern College, Eastern College, West Hemisphere, Linwood, Highway 16, Naywoods, Michigan, North 35th, North 37th, North 131st Street, South 66th Street, South 78th Street, South Highway, Riverwood Spring, Valhaven, West Valhaven, Medal Ridge, Lake Harrison, Pinewood Spring, and Harrison Park. Now, about this Line 7, we recently just added Line 7 because of the matter of the fact is it extends more passengers throughout the Patterson Hill area. We were only going to have two different types of Line 6, which was going to be an express Line 6 and a local Line 6, but we cannot have that. This is not our policy for the Mississippi Dale Transit Pro Authority. So we had to go with something else. So we changed it to something else and we made it Line 7. Really, it was the only available thing and the only other available thing that we can call it. So we went on ahead and did Line 7. So the extension, the Line 6 extension happened way in July. The line extended all the way out to Backside Road, which covered the Backside Road area, and it also covered the Patterson Hill area right over here. Also, sooner or later, the Line 1 is finna get an extension from Mazan all the way to Riverwood. Will travel through Riverwood and will end its destination at Northwood Park. Really, we were supposed to extend Line 1 with Line 4 at Maysville Hill Transfer Center, but we were not able to do that. As current, Johnny Station will be technically removed, and that will be a full gap between Minnesota Avenue and James Central. As current, Johnny Station is always closed half of the time because of power outages near that station, so trains barely stop there. So sooner or later, we are planning to remove Johnny Station. Also, as I said, Line 1 will be getting a 3-stop extension to Riverwood, and the second stop will be so basically for this extension we will be removing Mazan, and we will, it won't be a station anymore. We'll close it off. And then it will connect to Line 3, and then after that so the first transfer it will make will be at Riverwood, and then it will stop at Riverwood Hill, and then it will end at Northwood Park. As you can see, Northwood Park is over here, but it will be a different type of Northwood Park. It will be Line 1's Northwood Park. Really, we are thinking about coming up with another transit name, another train station name for it, we are really thinking about making it Beechwood Beechwood Hill, Beechwood Hillside, since we already have Beechwood Avenue 36th through 39th on line 2, and then Beechwood Avenue 40th and 41st on line 6 and 7. So those are located in really different areas, but we can't really say too much about that. Also, line 2 is also about to cut down on some stations, as it will be getting rid of Highway 80 and Highway 208 station, because line 2 technically has a lot of stations. If you look at it, line 2 is from Rosenwood all the way to Greenwood Avenue, which is station 31 on line 2, and it is the first station on line 3. So here is really the reason why line 2 is about to cut down on some stations. You have Rosenwood, you have Redview, you have Grove Woods, you have Valconnor, you have Beach Haven, you have Erin, you have Faton, you have 21st Street, 23rd Street, 25th Street, Tampa Street, Lucy, Zenon, 51st Street, Behaven, which is connection to line 2 and line 3. You have Beechwood Avenue, 39th Street, Beechwood Avenue, 38th Street, Beechwood Avenue, 37th Street, Beechwood Avenue, 36th Street, Silvertown, Eastern, J Avenue, K Avenue, James Parkway, and then you also have Jamie Parkway. You have Highway 202, Highway 204, 208, Highway 80, Northwood Park, and then Greenwood Avenue. So really, line 2 is one of the busiest lines, because it connects people to line 3 real faster, and it gets them to the Mississippi International Airport. So that's really why we really rely on line 2. Now, let's talk about this Eastern station. Now, Eastern, on the other hand, if you look on the map, there is no other type of Eastern station. The only Eastern station is on line 2, as you can see right here. Over here is Western on line 3, which is currently the same problem on line 1. Just to remind you, these stations can be reused. That's why we put that's really the difference between Western on line 1, Western on line 3, and then Eastern on line 4 and 2. So that's the main reason why we put those stations on different lines, even though they have different meanings and different communications. We also have Southern on line 4 next to Beachview and towards Parkland. So those are also over there in that area.
Hey, shut up.
How you gonna tell me shut up? Your iPad is the one live.
No, it's not.
And then over here in this area, as we have Highway 44 and Highway 41 over here in those areas, along with Riverdale crossing as well. So that's really the worst communication there. And then between Haysdale and Jupiter Parks, very good train station areas over there. Now, the difference between Western Line 1 and Western Line 3, they have different station designs really. Western Line 1 is...
Oh my god.
is way different from Western Line 3, if I suppose. Yeah, very different. So the stations on Line 3 is Greenwood Avenue, Highway 49, Highway 50, Jamestown Boulevard, Western Paul, Justintown, Maysdale, Rosendale, Riverwood, Interstate 101, Interstate 105, Interstate 118, Jupiter Parks, Haysdale, North Haysdale, Riverdale Crossing, Xavier Park, Highway 44, Highway 41, and then Mississippi International Airport.
What time it is? Say it, Alexander.
For what, man?
For our stuff.
746.
And then and then
No, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm coming back. I gotta go to pee.
the one.
Alex, look and see if that stuff is outside.
Yes, ma'am. No, I don't see that.
Where your phone at, man?
I think on the nightstand. Right there on the nightstand.
They said it was late.
And then line 6 over here is also gonna be like some change, a little bit of changes as well. With all the, especially a change for Rosemont and Ashland, and for Ashland and Cannon. And Hannah and Jameson and Rosedale also begin changes on line 6. Line 6 actually ended at University, but then when we had plans for line 7, it was some more stations were added, like Northwest University, College, Jacobi, Waterhill, Spring, Florence, Carrollton, West Hill Beach, Johnson, James, Springside, Carter Spring, Vinwood, Matthew Hill, and then Backside Road, and then Forest Grove, Mason Grove, Tyrone Center, Patterson, and then Patterson Hill. So that's really about it for Mississippi Dale Transit Pro Authority. See you later.